Some of the mods?
All the mods! All of them!
Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm on the FTOG All the Mods 3 server, hanging up here at my space station, and I gotta talk oxygen. I gotta talk breathability. I've gotta talk that pure breath of life that keeps you alive. Oxygen. And there's a problem. In that, these things, the Co2 Scrubbers, I gotta go with them. I can't generate enough oxygen to just pump into these oxygen vents to make that work. I would need probably 5 or 6 oxygen, fully set up oxygen systems to make that. So that's not happening. So I've got to have these Co2 Scrubbers, and I need a pair of them with each of them. And I also need something to do with these cartridges here to repair them or generate them. I could sit there and make an auto factory that will just make them. And about once a day, these things will wear out and they're gone. It's a lot of work. I don't want to do that. Also, if ever I break the seal here, let's go ahead and switch. We fall down. Very slowly. If ever I break the seal here, you can see it says pressurized air right now, but if I break this piece of glass, vacuum, fun. And that's a problem, but it's back to pressurized air. If I need to make an exit out of here or do something around here that breaks the seal, this entire thing will become vacuum. And even though I have one of these oxygen setups in each one of these spheres, it's not big enough because this here is a problem. This does a 32 by 32 by 32 cube, and this area here is too big. And I don't want walls. I don't want these not grass, these dirt walls. That's not going to work. And I got a comment, and it was a really good comment, saying there's the Forcefield Projector from Advanced Rocketry, which I have to admit, you get a little redstone circuit and signal, and boom, it will make a force field, which is a solid, even though you can see through it, and if you want to try to break it or something, it's not going to break. That's really cool. That's a possibility. If I hadn't gone with this structure already, I would need one of these for every vertical or horizontal piece along this way. And I could do that, but I like having the glass there. I like having it very clean. So this is not gonna do it. So the other thing that I was thinking was to go ahead and use the builder from RF Tools. So to do that, let's go take a look at builder. This builder. Now the recipe on this is funky. It needs a structure builder from Cyclic, and that's not hard to make. It needs the vertical digger from Actual Additions, and that's not hard to make. Took me more time to make the drill than anything else. And then it needs a pump, and I went with this pump from, what is this one? Ranged Pumps, because it's easy to make. I could go with this one from Mechanism. I could make all those bits, but I decided to try something. I've made a bunch of those pumps already, and I didn't want to do that. So let's actually make this beastie. I have all the bits needed, and I have a card here. So if I jump up, whoa, that's right, I'm in the wrong set. All right, so now I can fly, much better. Okay, so if I put this here, so I've got power. Now, if I take my card, and I've already got it set up. Oh, no, I gotta put it there. And if I put the preview mode on, and here's where I've got to go ahead and put on the other suit, because I'm gonna have oxygen problems here really soon. Oh, it just previewed. It takes a while to build this because it's fairly large. The main thing I'm looking for is that it covers these areas here. And I'm hitting some serious lag. Oh, it's just on the other side. Well, that's okay. That's really okay. That certainly works. Oh, that's right. I'm not flying. I'm in the wrong suit. Let's come over here and see if it's... Yes, so it's just on the other side there. All right, that's perfect. We'll go ahead and tell this guy to start mining all these these blocks, and that gets rid of the dirt for me. Oh, wrong suit. Wrong suit. Can't fly if I'm using that suit. Now I can fly. And let's go ahead and take this, turn it off, turn it back on again. And when it recalculates everything, and I'm not sure why it takes so long other than it's huge, but this, I think, is what I can use to reseal this area off. So when it's all open and I break something and I get the oxygen warning, I can either quickly grab my spacesuit and put that on so I've got oxygen, or I can make it here and I just toggle this on off. And unfortunately there's no redstone signal sort of thing that I know of that will take care of that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. We don't need to have it on. And oxygen is just fine for this area, which is great. I had a problem. This network receiver, I had it down by my waste stone, and I used this to dig up all the dirt. Well, because that's a solid block, there was dirt underneath it that got mined by this earlier, and so when I dug that up, vacuum. So loads of fun. So what I'm looking at doing, this is going to allow me to seal it off, and so I'm good to go there. But do I have filters in these? Oh, I don't. I should have filters in these. I don't know why I don't have filters in these, but the thing I've noticed is they seem to work, but not completely reliably without a CO2 scrubber cartridge in them. Once those cartridges are in, then it seems to 100% reliably work. A little bit lower. It's not supposed to work unless you have a cartridge, but I think there's something with this pack that is allowing them to work. But if the server reboots and I come in here, I've got no oxygen. Even though it says, if I'm wearing my suit here, it says that I'm pressurized air 1 atmosphere. If there's no CO2 cartridges in there, it says vacuum at 1 atmosphere, breathable no. So it's weird. It says I've got an atmosphere, but it's still not breathable. Yeah, go figure. I don't know. Anyway, I was looking at this and I was thinking, I really don't want to have some method of building these, which is possible, but the problem with building them is I'm constantly needing to make new ones. It's not hard at all. Iron bars, easy. Iron sheets, well, that's just running some iron plates through the rolling machine, or you run iron through to get these iron plates, and then you run the iron plates again and you get these sheets. And so it's not hard to do, but I'm looking at that and going, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. Fortunately, there's another possibility. There is the item repairer from Actual Editions. So this is something I could use to make to repair these cartridges. And I'm thinking that's what I want to do. So now let me grab, let's see, that's importers. I can move these things out of the way. Cables. All right. So what I want is to export, and let's export to this side. Export is away from the network to something outside of the network. So we're going to go ahead and export these cartridges. Dang it. Break you. Thank you. I want to export these cartridges out of the network into the item repairer, and then we're going to import them back into the network. Now, to do that, if we take a look at this, there's a little setup here. This is only going to suck out something that's here in this side of the repairer, and so it's going to be 100% repaired. I don't really have to tell it what it is. As long as it's in here, boom, it's done. So this, on the other hand, I want to tell it what to export out. And I want it to grab these carbon collection cartridges, but I don't want just any carbon cartridge. I want ones with a specific amount of durability. So you can see at max they've got 32,767 durability. Well, this one's 60, 59, 58. And if it's any one of these durabilities, I want it to go ahead and extract and I'm going to go ahead and do regulator mode yes, which means it will only try to shove one in. These things shouldn't stack, but I found out with this that if I have a whole bunch of these cartridges that stack here, I can shove multiples in here, which is a problem because they're only designed to go in there one at a time. Anyway, so this will take anything from my network that has any of those 3 durabilities and shove it into the item repairer and then repair it up. Now, I don't want to do that right now because that would be bad. I need to use those to set things for it. Now, the next thing I need to do is I need to place scrubbers into, not scrubbers, I need to play out that. Why did that? Oh, why did? Oh, I know why that mined it. That's part of the recipe I have in here, is to mine this piece out. I actually have that here. Let's stop. No, not Silk Touch. Let's run the config. Let's go ahead and remove this one. Silly. Scared me if all of a sudden I was like, hey, why can I not breathe? So I've got the vacuum here, and again, this is the one I have to turn on to hover mode. Let's turn this on, and when this forms, it should instantly give me the breathable oxygen again. I'm afraid I'm probably going to have to go through this many times. Boy, that really takes a long time to form. I wonder how much calculation that needs. You know, it might be worth it to get 2 of these builders so that one makes a little tiny field about that big that's a circular. And I crashed. That's not good. So it was just dropping out, and it didn't crash my client, didn't crash the server. I'm thinking this volume is huge enough that it's taxing the server. It might be worth making 2 of these, one for a gateway here and one for the other side. So it's just making a circle or possibly a square. I'm not sure which would be easier to calculate, but something that would plug up both of these sides without having to calculate all the rest of these pieces, which are not necessary. Anyway, so before I was rudely interrupted by oxygen, or the lack thereof, I want to sit there and pull and insert items into these scrubbers. So if we're going to export out of the network and into here, then I want to do that with these, and again, regulator mode on. So it will only put 1 of those in here if they're empty. Let's go ahead and set this up here, regulator on, and so now this will export from my network these CO2 canisters when they're full, and that will work. I also want to sit there and extract from here. So let's go ahead and do an exporter there and an exporter there, and it just sucked them out, I think. Yes, no. Why is that looks different? See, that's got the little bluish look and this one doesn't. That's weird. All right, so, oh, nope, and it's got the blue back. Weird. Okay, so this, I want to extract one of these 3 durability rankings, and it doesn't matter how it yanks them out. The compare damage is the key piece here. I don't think the MBT is it. I think it's the compare damage. So let's come over here and repeat this same business right there. At which point, let's go ahead and check and see what I've got in my network. Cartridge. I have no cartridges. I should have more cartridges, but I think I stuck them over there. And that's okay for right now. This one, let's go ahead and yank this out. Boom, instantly got placed in. And I'm going to manually toss this in here so it repairs it up. And in that case, I'm going to go ahead and connect this. So when it's done repairing it, it should go ahead and just yank it right out of here and stick it back into the network. And I'll have 2 sitting out there. And then this, as soon as it hits to 64, actually 60, because this is not active, because it's not plugged in, now it is, now it will go ahead and try to yank it out. There's those. So 63. So 3 more durability is going to get yanked out and shoved in if this is empty. It's going to take a little bit of time. This may take long enough that it's full, and so we may not actually be able to yank. No, actually, I lie. This will yank it out as soon as it hits it. We'll just hold it right here. It will go into the network. Because this is all connected, it will go right into the network. And there we go. This is the part where you come out. Why you no come out? Let me yank this out. You should be coming out right now. These redstone items. This should work right here to yank them right out of this thing. That's really strange, because this was working before. I wonder if it can't come out of the side. Alright. Quick change here. Let's put the... what am I doing? I'm importing. Let's import this right there. And set this up so it's got the 3 types. U and U and U. And then we need to connect you. No. We need to connect you up here. Alright, how are you doing? You're way past. How are you done? Okay, so this has already repaired its thing. So if we take a look here, cartridge. So I've got one here, one there, there. Okay, so that should be all of them. Let's pull this one out. Yank. That's working. Let's go ahead and shove you in here so it repairs up. How are you doing over here? This got passed. I hadn't messed with this one, so I hadn't repaired that one yet. Okay, so that got flushed away. Cartridge, I've got the one here. So this one, so when this one hits to 60, it should go away. And we should be good to go at that point. I'm going to go ahead and yank you. Yoink. And that will go in there. I currently have none in the system. Alright, that is doable. 64. This is a problem. I should have more in here, and I don't want to use these. We'll see how fast this repairs. 60. It only needs to repair 7. It should be pretty fast. But what I want is to have at least a cartridge here available for each one of the slots. And I think I have the 6 here, and here's 5. I think I've got 5 extras. So 61, 60, it just yanked it out. It's in here, it just got repaired, and it just got shoved back in. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and cough. That came out of nowhere. So this will repair these ones that have higher than what's expected. This should do it. This should go ahead and take care of what I need. This one's at 62. It should come really close to 60. It should bounce through the exact same stuff if this is out of the way. And we're close to it. The only drawback is I may be able to get some of these to have a little bit more durability out. So in case something... There's a 59. Are we done? It's done. Why are you not going away? Oh, well, that's right, because this doesn't do it from the side. It's got to come from below. That's why. That's why. Let's go ahead and import. Not 2, just the 1. And we want 60. All right, hands up, everybody who spotted the fact that I didn't have it set up right and was laughing. All right, so those things really just go everywhere when I'm trying to click on things. So that should go ahead and get repaired in there. Oh, that just... Oh, this is one that just barely came in. So let's repair those. You are fine. You are fine. This will work. This one is the one that just barely got scrubbed out. And as long as I have at least one of these cartridges in the system, then we should be just fine. It seems really strange that we've got this blue look and then nothing, and it's kind of all gray. I'm not sure why the color is changing or if that actually matters. Are you done repairing? Nope, you've got a lot of repairing still to do. So once all these things, we don't have any of these extra damaged cartridges like this guy here plugging up the system, it should take maybe a second to repair these, maybe 2, and that should go pretty fast with all 6 of these running in just shoving them in here. So I could let it go a little bit longer than just the few. It's only going down 7, and let's see, one. I'm not sure how long it takes for this to suck out one of these durabilities, but I figured it didn't matter. I didn't need to go too awful long. Let's pull this one out. Let that repair this one. Yeah, you can see how fast it repairs. That's the plan. I want it to repair that fast, and we should be good to go. All right, rambly, talking all about this, but that's my solution for never having to build more of these cartridges. It should just automatically repair them as necessary. Cool. What I do need to do is set up some transmitters. I think I need transmitters here. We'll put one here and one there. And then I need to set up a receiver on both of these pieces so that they're hooked up. I've got a network card that'll link with this, and then I need to set up the exporter and importer on each of these. And I think I'm missing one. I must have miscounted what I needed. Anyway, this is working. This is working a lot. Hurry up and repair. What time is it? Space station time. Oh yeah. All right, let's show off what I've been doing for about the last day and a half. And it looks like this. That's all it is. No, actually, I decided to put some platforms in and a center. So, went with marble slabs and a tree. Because, you know, that's what I do. I do trees. But no, the reason why I got the tree, the spheres that Amazon put up, I saw there was this thingy where they took a massive tree, something like 40 foot tall sort of thing. It doesn't look like this. And they brought it from California up to their location up in Washington. And I kept saying, their base. No, this is my base. And they plopped it in there and then sealed up the top of the glass over it. And I was looking at this and I said, yeah, I like the idea of having a tree in here. And I really wasn't going to do much up there, so it's leaves. Took a lot of oak leaves to make all that. And I decided that I wanted something very white to go with this, and so that's why I went with the marble brick slabs here. And then got the elevators to make things going up and down a lot easier. I think it's 5 block distance here, and whoops, can actually stand on here, and only 3 here. Had I been smart, I would have done 5 to begin with and pushed it all the way up. And you can see this, that would have been perfect because this goes up 1, 2. Yes, that would have been perfect. I could have had a little walkway. This is so that I can easily get over to here and access my 2 builders for that wall and that wall. And I'm pretty much gonna have to have these things separated because every time the server restarts, the oxygen fails in here. It's just too big of a volume for any of these things to work, and that's really annoying. But it's hard to see through the piece here, but I've got the network set up with the automatic extracting and importing all the oxygen scrubbers, and that's going like gangbusters. It's been working very, very nicely, and that's buried in there because I didn't want to see it. What else? Oh yeah, this over here. I decided to go ahead and set up a completely dark space over there to see if anything spawns. and nothing spawns. There's been no mob spawning over there at all. So if you want a mob-free environment, this space station is the place to be. It is a great place to just build without having to worry about light levels or any of that sort of thing. One other thing, I went with some scaffolding to kind of hold things up, and I was looking at some of the blocks, and I didn't want a solid block. I wanted something that was more industrial looking, and I started looking at the various scaffolding as I was thinking, well, I could use the wooden ones to kind of tie into the tree, but this is so white. And then there was a little discussion in the FTOG forums. One of the people there was talking about improving his base, and Thorgal was mentioning the aluminum scaffoldings. And I looked at those and I said, oh, perfect, right there. It's almost a good white. It's got a little bit of blue in it, but it works very, very nicely in holding up the scaffolding. Oh yeah, this one up here. Originally I made 1, 2, 3, 4 of these scaffoldings, and unfortunately once I got the tree in place, I was going, yeah, this layer is just way too close. It is not useful at all, so I decided to leave it up here just to show. I originally had 4 platforms, and yeah, not no more. Anyway, so this is what I've been playing with for the last little while. Dunk. And I will use this stuff in these other areas here. I'm thinking I will put more industrial stuff on the sides, set up my machines and automation and all that sort of thing. Also, I want to put a lot more greenery around here. I like these kind of planter boxes and having some stuff growing around. It just needs lots and lots more. This needs to be packed with life. And then I came down here and did the same sort of thing, grass and flowers and whatnot. And occasionally some of the grass, as I was putting it on the ground, went flat like this and is now turned into hay. The last time I played with this, it had to be the block had to be above a heat source like a lava, and there's no lava. It's spaced down below. So I'm not sure why some of these are doing it and some of them aren't. These things over here. These are some additional bits for the space station. This is the orientation controller, where you can play with the, okay, let's see, pitch, yaw, roll are the three dimensions, and we're only able to do X and Y. So I think pitch is your nose going up and down, and yaw is right and left, and roll is, okay, I don't know, but you can do 2 of the dimensions. So you can see the ground below me, the earth is flat. I can adjust that if I wanted. I could have it anywhere around me in any dimension, but I kind of like it being flat below me. The altitude controller. You can see right now I'm 100 kilometers above the planet. I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and yank it all the way to the top. And if you look out there, very, very subtly, the ground is going down. And so we're going to go quite a distance from it, but I kind of like a medium, not super far away, not so it feels so close. Let's go ahead and stick it down something like 10. Can I get to 10? Okay, that's close enough. We'll go with that one. And this one here is the gravity controller, and I've gone ahead and set it all the way up so it is regular gravity level. So, you know, it's just like regular Minecraft and jumping up. If it weren't for the step assist of my armor, I wouldn't be able to jump up these blocks, but I could, you know, still hop up them. I got too sick and tired of jumping up and going up to about that level on in the height. It was just too annoying. Anyway, this is looking good. It needs more work. It needs more stuff tossed around here, especially on the walls. It needs a lot more of these boxes, planters, stuck all around, so that this place is just filled with life. That's my plan for this sphere. And I don't know. I keep looking at this and thinking, Keebler elves, with that door right there. You know, That's what I keep thinking. And so I'm going, cookies. Silly. But, you know, me and trees. I love trees. And I can't help it. I really do. But it's coming along. Tech. Next, I gotta move all my stuff. But right now, I'm gonna go get me some cookies. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer here on the FTOG All the Mods 3 server, decking out my center sphere. And thanks for watching. Bye.